Welcome back to the HoodCast.
The opinions expressed on the HoodCast are those of the guests and the host. They reflect no inference or agreement by Hood Tech Productions or Hood Tech Productions LLC or HoodCast LLC. The information presented on the HoodCast is not intended to offend any race, creed, religion, sexual orientation, or nation of origin. Please listen at your own discretion.
It is now time.
It's time.
Get ready. Let's do it.
What's good?
What it do, Willie Biggs? I think that it is time for the show, bro.
All right, it's the HoodCast theme song. It's about time we gave y'all a new one. So G-Mac got us in the booth. Let's go.
Hey man, we back. It's the show from the past. So get your drink and grab a seat because we're here. And if I didn't before, let me make it clear. We on Instagram and Facebook. Turn us loud up in your ear. We're shining brighter than a hanging crystal chandelier. Hanging from the roof. Shenanigans funny as hell. You know, man, we the truth. Without further ado, I hit the boards and grab the mic. We get online a little early so we can get our sound right. And then we go off and show off when we do our thing. We spit the truth to the world. I hope you understand our slang. I am the host who they call G-Mac the boss. Trying to make up for the lost time in the few years that we lost. We play that 5S music, it's the same thing all the time. My passion is so dapper, you can tell it in this rhyme. I'm good on my refreshments, I done went to the store. The moment we all be waiting for. It's our time now for the show, yeah.
All right, let's go. It's HoodCast. You know what it is, your favorite show, twice a week. www.hoodcast.podomatic.com, hoodtechproductions.com. G-Mac, I'll tell them what it is, bro.
The show that's in the present, but it's from the past. They say the HoodCast was a one hell of a cast. It's the show that say that makes your stomach weak. Instagram and Facebook twice a week. The show that's in the present, but it's from the past. They say the HoodCast was a one hell of a cast. It's the show that say that makes your stomach weak. Instagram and Facebook twice a week.
This is Robot Ron, and now the moment you all been waiting for. G-Mac, Willie Biggs, and Coco.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Hood Tech Productions, the HoodCast. Breath. www.hoodtechproductions.com. This is HoodCast 262. I am your boy, the host with the most, G-Mac the Boss, as you see right there. G-Mac the Boss. One of my other co-hosts is Koki Modi Don. Oh, snap. You going through it again, bro. Hold me some. Willie Biggs.
What's happening, people? How y'all feeling?
Yeah. Koki Mo got the mute button.
You got the sound glitch going. What's going on here? What's going on,
yeah, what's up, my brothers?
That nigga did
that. There we go.
What's up, world? How the fuck y'all week been going since the last time I fucked with y'all? Hope it's been going well. Hope it's been going well, goddammit. I know some shit been going on, goddammit. I know motherfuckers, look here, we got enough racism, some shit going out here. Y'all need to quit fucking
war and all that good shit.
And it's bad when the young kids still want to carry on this race shit, man. I'm gonna let y'all people know one thing. It ain't nothing but one race of people, and that's the human race. Okay?
Right.
Hey, we just so happen to be different colors, and we just so happen to be the mecca of it. Hey, it's not our fault.
Race is a man-created concept.
Right.
First humans on the planet wasn't going, oh, you're this and you're that. They didn't know what to call them based on different parts of the region of the world. But they were hunting dinosaurs. Yeah. That's a little misconception too. The movies where how you having cavemen running around with dinosaurs. I don't think all that happened at the same time.
Man, they were hunting dinosaurs.
They wouldn't have no dinosaurs. It's like you see the video of Jesus riding a dinosaur, you be like, I don't think that happened at the same time. One of those characters are not real. It depends on your belief which one it is. But Hardtack, I agree with you about racism. It's fucked up out here.
Yeah, I say that to say, because one of the big headlines now is that Mike Tyson has an altercation on the airplane. And the altercation got to do with some little white kid. And though the reason why I say that because he said some shit like, "You should have never gave them niggas money." I
Yeah, he
mean,
thought that was funny. He thought
yeah,
it was
he
Dave
thought that
Chappelle.
shit was funny.
Was he a kid?
Now he's a grown
Mm-mm.
motherfucker. He over
Oh.
18. He old enough to get his ass kicked if we gonna say shit like that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think if you bold enough to run up on Mike Tyson at any age, nigga, you 5, you want to run up on Mike Tyson? Fucking around, get your pamper kicked off.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Hard Tech. I'm sorry.
no. I mean, though, it's the shit that he said and that he thought was all. I was when I see you, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. I mean, it ain't gonna be a Will Smith.
He called us savages, bunch of savages. He was like, "You bunch of savages." I mean, dude was like really. Now, according to the police report, he was highly intoxicated. But I'm sorry, we can't keep letting. I took a. What did Roseanne say? She took a what's a sleeping pill? She said she took some sleeping pill and made her say some racist shit. What did Roseanne? What did she say? I took a. What the fuck is that pill? What is that shit?
Whatever the pill was,
what is that?
The part when that motherfucker said, "And this shit will make you say nigga shit," and you know,
side effects may be racism. That bitch took like some no-dos or something. Some shit.
Side effects must be racism.
It's just like, yeah, I didn't mean what I said. I had taken a. What is that? I can't, man. I gotta look that shit up. But she said she had taken that shit. So apparently this nigga was drinking a whole gallon of that shit before he got on the plane because there is no. Well, he knew who Mike Tyson was. So if you know who Mike Tyson is, you have seen his work. So there's no way you are completely in your right mind to be fucking with him unless you're trying to chase a little internet clout because somebody was recording it.
All I can see is the internet clout.
You chasing some clout. You trying to go
racism
viral.
Shit you said, boy.
Yeah. Now see, here's the thing. Mike is retired. He's been out of
Mike Tyson.
I wonder after you're out of the ring and you haven't been actively professionally fighting, are your hands still registered?
Mike still work out.
I know you still work out, but I'm talking about the legal implications because you know most professional fighters, their hands are registered as lethal weapons, so they got to walk around bodyguards because they can't get into a physical fight. It's like if a motherfucker jump them and they punch them in the face, it's like they pulled a gun on them. So they got to let their mans whoop your ass. So I'm wondering if his hands are still registered as lethal weapons, even though he hasn't been a professional boxer in over a decade.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
You know,
I hope not. I'm really hoping that it's not. So they ain't got no reason to be fucking with Mike. But then people say the dude, like I say, he threw a water bottle at him. He was fucking with him.
Oh shit! He threw a water bottle. He deserved to get the shit slapped out of.
You know, if you
shit slapped out of.
You spit on an old white lady, she gonna holler battery. It was a assault battery. Nigga, you can wipe your sweat and fling it this way and hit an old white lady, and she'll swear you slapped in the face.
You're gonna get that assault battery too. I couldn't find it amazing and ironic that when we commit a crime, we quick to get sentenced for it, and I mean we go to jail immediately, and and you motherfuckers get caught and don't go to jail at all. I mean,
when you say you motherfuckers, who you speaking to? I just want to be clear. Crackers? Who? I'm just trying to. I'm wondering if it's something to go with the soup. Like, what are you talking about? Saltines? Like, what are you referring to?
Saltines.
I'm just trying to get a clear understanding of who you're talking to. I'm not understanding. I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
But, though, listen though, them motherfuckers know who I'm talking about though. I mean, because they refuse to. I mean,
talking about that privilege.
And I didn't understand this part right here. How in the fuck we can't whoop our kid, but y'all whooped our ass when y'all couldn't get us to do what we want to do, but now y'all want to take us to jail for disciplining our children. You know, not sparing.
Oh yes, sir.
It's not just them now. It's not just them. It's the whole. I guess I don't know, man. Spare the rod, spoil the child. You see what I'm saying?
That's what they say in the Bible, ain't it? You're a Christian fundamentalist. Let me beat this little motherfucker.
You know, nobody do this shit again. Now the motherfuckers just wait. I call them. I will call them. I go.
Boys. I can tell you, there's not one of my kids that have not received an ass whooping. And I presently am the father of 2 college graduates, 2 enrolled. None of them ever been to jail.
Now,
none of them ever caught a charge. Ain't never seen the back of a police car.
Now, Biggs, let me ask you to elaborate a little bit. There's a difference. Was it an ass whooping or an ass beating?
No, I gave them an ass whooping. But I tell you what, the first time I had to check my oldest son, I smacked his ass so hard he lifted his feet up off the ground. But then I proceeded to, you know how you smack him, like, now you know your daddy love you, but I will smack your ass.
Right. One more time, smack your ass again. But and then on their ass, our women was good enough for y'all to rape, though we was supposed to be animals and this, that, and the other, but you rape our women.
Oh, motherfuckers been gaslighting for 400 years. Everything that you accuse us of is actually what you do. Look at fucking Ukraine right now. Look at what's going on in Ukraine right now.
Right
fucking now in 2022, they are rolling through there. Those, like I said, that's not military. Those are fucking hordes. They are coming into towns. They raping folks. They stealing from them. Because, you know, they over in Russia where they ain't what people be thinking Russian modern technology. But a lot of soldiers, they over there stealing shit that they don't have at home. They stealing shit out of people's homes. CD, you know what I'm saying? What they call it? Blu-ray disc players and shit like that. Internet.
How?
Yes, they stealing the shit from the people there while they going through, supposed to be fighting a war. They raiding people's homes to take shit they can take back and sell. Because they so broke in Russia. Yeah, and on top of that, the motherfuckers killing children. They raping women. They raping motherfuckers in front of their families. They, you know, it's children over there that's gonna survive that war, but they're going to be traumatized for the rest of their lives because they have witnessed the rape and murder of their mothers. You see what I'm saying?
And how in the blue blazes are they still letting this man walk around doing this shit?
Bro, I saw a news report where it was on Tiffany Cross. Shout out Tiffany Cross, MSNBC. She's so. Anyway, so I'm watching Tiffany Cross and MSNBC. My wife gonna kill me for that, but well, she watches it too, but we watch for different reasons.
Right.
She had some people on talking about how, I think it was her show, but anyway, that's one of the shows I watched. How they were talking about how you still got humanitarian crisis going on in Africa. You still got violence going on in black and brown countries against citizens, but they don't get the kind of coverage that Ukraine is getting because they don't give a fuck about them folks because them folks ain't white people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like what happened in Rwanda should have never happened. It got out of hand because nobody else in the Western world gave a shit because it was some niggas killing niggas. But now
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck is why gas and shit high the motherfucker. You finna send damn near $1 billion over there for military shit?
No, not $1 billion. Not
800 million. 800 million.
That's damn near $1 billion.
But I'm saying he's not selling 800 million in cash. He's selling 800 million in supplies, and you know what I'm saying. It's like if you got 3 pounds of weed in the closet, and you hit your man out with a pound. It ain't like you handed him $400. You just gave him $400 worth of weed. So they say I'm gonna give you $400 worth of work. I ain't gonna give you $400 cash. I'm gonna give you $400 work, so you can go out there and do $400 worth of work. So he ain't actually giving them $800 million cash. The question is though, what kind of budget we got that we got $800 million worth of shit laying around that we can give away?
It's good to a motherfucker.
Nigga, I got a little extra $800 million of artillery and tanks. No, nigga, just take that shit out. That's like when your little cousin come over and you give him some of your old clothes. Man, you can go and keep that shit. You gonna keep that jacket, that hat.
Oh,
I got
shit.
10 of them. I got 10 of them back here, but you can go and get 2 of them.
Yeah,
I was wondering what we was gonna do with this shit. I thought we was gonna scrap this shit, but here you can have it.
And you know the fucking companies in America that make that shit, they're like, yeah, send it so you can buy some more. So you can buy some more. Please, you're gonna have to replenish it. Because you know we got inventory we gotta maintain. It's like the grocery store. The grocery store don't wait till they run out of corn to order more corn. They go, nigga, we down to the last 200 things of corn. We need to order another 100 pieces of corn. So America go, I just sent over 800 million. I'm gonna order $1.5 billion and shit.
How's the fact that we can go and just set up on everybody's land and just set camp like motherfucker?
Well, when you're a country that was based on manifest destiny, you gotta can do that.
We coming over here and we gonna make some shit up to just come take this motherfucker. If y'all get to tripping and acting like you don't want to get this shit like we want it, we'll come get it.
You know what? Well, I think
bullies, man.
Man, the truth. Well, the thing is, I won't say in this instance right here, this one situation, I'm never one. First of all, I want to be clear. I am an American first and foremost. I love my country with all my heart. I do. I don't agree with everything that we do around the world, but hey, that's the whole point of being American. I can disagree. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. I got freedom of speech to disagree. But in this instance right here, I gotta say, somebody got to stop Russia, because no matter what the color the people are, they over there wiping our heart. They slaughtering whole towns of motherfuckers.
But bro. You know what it is?
They slaughtering whole towns of motherfuckers.
He got his man threatened. Oh, such and such. Like what he say? What is it? Finland? Those two countries that's finna join NATO. Like, NATO. I'm gonna push that motherfucking nuke button on y'all ass.
He ain't gonna do that shit, bro. The thing about a nuke button, the thing about having a nuke is living next door to a neighbor and both of y'all got shotguns and y'all ain't friends. Y'all don't ever want to meet each other in the middle of the street and start shooting at each other. Because the shotguns, ain't nobody gonna miss with a shotgun.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you like this. It's Caucasian way. I don't see too many people with militant in them that, you know, kill themselves because they go broke. You see what I'm saying?
Nope.
Oh, hey,
nigga kill himself for you.
He said, before I get y'all my motherfucking country, I nuke the world, nigga.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that.
Shit.
Who's like a luxury life?
Why they don't go get him then? Why they don't go get him?
The reason they won't go get him because they won't go get him because they don't want China. They don't want everybody else to line up behind them, and they actually start like. I mean, World War III is going on as far as technology goes. World War III has been going on in the cyber world for quite some time.
But that's crazy.
They don't want it to turn into a real
children.
I know, but hey, you know what's crazy? You ever seen Malcolm Nance on the news? Malcolm Nance, he's former CIA, former terrorism expert. He be speaking on. I watch a lot of fucking news because my wife watches. I'm not that smart. My wife always got the news on. This motherfucker, he's a former military specialist, terrorist specialist, intelligence agency from the CIA. This nigga went over there and joined the Ukrainian Foreign Legion. They are asking foreign fighters to come and join their foreign legion to assist him. He's over there in a fucking uniform carrying a goddamn rifle. My man was on Twitter like it's time to stop talking and start doing. He packed this shit and went to Ukraine. Like, he getting it in. Now, I'm sorry, bro. You talk all the shit you want on the internet, but you put that fucking rucksack on and take your ass over there with a rifle, you ain't talking about shit, dog. Not a motherfucking thing. Shout out to Malcolm Nance. He's not fucking around, bro. He was straight up like, yo, they over here just murdering these people. I'm not finna sit around and wait, for this.
And I don't understand people see that. Yo. But I mean, these are countries, I guess. Well, China's not a democracy. See, it's them countries.
China's the furthest thing from a democracy you ever seen. So you got China. Now, see, Saudi Arabia is funny because they play on both sides of the fence. They're not a democracy. They're claiming out, but they got a ruling family. They got a royal family. You know, they'll chop a motherfucker up. Ask Khashoggi's family. They'll chop a motherfucker up in a garbage bag in a minute. But then they'll play nice with America because they got that oil and they got that shitload of money. And they ride around with fucking tigers and their Lamborghinis and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They be on some wild shit. So people be like, Saudi Arabia tripping. But Saudi Arabia will line up against us. If it come down to it, Saudi Arabia only gonna do so much. They like, we ain't really trying to fuck with them like that.
Jenny has just came into the building.
Jen's here. We docking your pay. You late for work?
Yes.
We taking 30 minutes off your check. Okay. So my whole point being, I don't understand how people in the world are allowing this. And why the Western nations are trying not to start a full.
You talking about that the amount of money that has just been given?
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
It's not money. It's what I was saying. It's not actual cash. It's armaments. It's bullets.
You know what though? But it's still a cost. It's
a cost. But you know what? It's the government. It's costing us because we pay for them bullets.
Exactly. And
Matter of fact, I just did my taxes, and I'm wondering, can I write some of that shit off?
I know one thing. It's been 20 minutes. and we just fucked
fucked
off
off 20
20
minutes of
your
your
time.
time.
Actually, 22 minutes. And
So
everybody was talking and stuff. So cool. We got to go play some music. You see what I'm saying? We got to stay on track.
play some
World.
music. Jen, you missed for a
Before I
second.
do that,
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Hey, bitch.
Yeah.
Yo.
G-Mac, before you play the music, can you let people know where to send their music to if they want to get played on the HoodCast?
I was actually trying to do that.
All right.
That's all. Okay. Before we go on break, world, if you would like your music played on the HoodCast, please send it to us at thehoodcast@gmail.com. So we're going to play a little music. We're going to be right back. Jenny's in the building. We're going to talk about all this bullshitty shit.
Yes.
And she came in smacking.
And I wish we could blow on this motherfucker, man. Still. Fuck.
Man. We'll be right back, y'all.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
I'ma go ahead, go duffel bag full of dros, the nigga named Doe. Phone full of hoes getting domed on the road. You ain't never seen green ties on foes. Got what you need, especially weed. My cousin Steve, he can make profit with ease. Mayhem and my nigga JP, like a stampede, ain't no stopping this G's. Get back, click, clack on the hoe. But if you declare it, then let's go to war. Get you with something or someone, or maybe just no one, and lay your ass out on the floor. Cause we don't play. In that LITTLEROC to the K with the keys to the safe, motherfucker. I ain't joking. Smile one more time and your chest wide open. I'ma turn head with the black on black, had the left flow mad with the diamond in the back. Garfield up, same thing in the cup. L150 was the name of the truck. I aim a bus, I'm dangerous. A hit from me is like puffin' angel dust. Now everybody start blaming us, cause real talk ain't nobody taming us. And it's strange enough that I still ain't been crowned. Diamond in the rough and I ain't been found. King of the rock, cream of the crop at the club on the hill, sipping lean on the rocks. South end about that bread, north side got their work. East end supply the goons and west side is known to murder. Little rock is on my mind, it probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Little rock is on my mind, it probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Little rock is on my mind, it probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Little rock is on my mind, it probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Fresh out the belly of the beast, DOE, it's time to feast. I promise fortune to my niece, so I ain't got no time to sleep. Recap breaking down the sweet, feel like I smoke a pound a week. Every time I hit the town, I roll up and recline the seat. Beef is not an obstacle, boy, don't make me pop it. You got more knockout than Rocky do, stump harder than Baki do. Yo, boy, what you rocking to? This is not for play, my dear. Combination dirty hoes, Arkansas, they right here. Have to say that smooth and clear so y'all can get the picture, bruh. Hit the roof like Superman and set it off like Vivica. Throw that money at my shows and watch them bitches pick it up. Then we dig them up, 50 sluts, mac them out of 50 bucks. Let me set the record straight. Nigga, we some heavyweights. I switch them up like different plates. Niggas gon' forever hating. This won't change in the future like it did yesterday. LITTLEROCK where I stay. Oh, Little rock is on my mind, it probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Little rock is on my mind, it probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Little rock is on my mind, it probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe. Little rock is on my mind, it probably be the death of me. Down here we be on this scale and whipping up that recipe.
Oh, yes, we are back, world. We are back to HoodTech presents the HoodCast segment. No, we back, y'all. We back. Can everybody hear me? Can the boss be heard? Can the boss be heard? Then who's that smacking like that? Oh, now I'm heard. That's Biggs. Should have known. Nigga, I'm looking at you.
My mic was muted when I was smacking.
well, we are back. Second segment. HoodCast 162. Loyalty.
Some of these motherfuckers don't know what loyalty mean.
No, they don't.
Motherfuckers need to goddamn me understand what loyalty really actually fucking mean, y'all.
Right.
Ride or die. And people say ride or die so quick and don't know what the fuck that mean either.
Right. You'll ride, but I don't think you'll die, bro. That dying is a whole
when them blue lights get behind us, what you gonna do?
Right. When a motherfucker really fuck with you is when they trying to get fucked up with some shit like that. But let you need to ride to work or
right.
You know, on some real serious shit, you know what I'm saying? What you short $20, on a bill, you know what I'm saying?
No, the real test of a real friend is when you tell a nigga, bro, I gotta move on Friday. That's when you find out who your fucking friends are. When you gotta move, that's when you find out who your fucking friends are.
That's true.
And I ain't gonna lie, a few niggas found out that I was not their friend. I'm not your friend like that, boy. Hey, Biggs, we moving on Friday. Dog, I gotta work. I mean, we're gonna be moving this weekend. I'm gonna move some stuff Friday. What about Saturday? I gotta work all weekend, bro.
Damn, bro.
I'm not really with the big move thing. The next time I move again, I'm paying the mover, man.
Yeah,
I'm paying.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing about getting when you get grown, you get older. Your friends don't call and ask you to help them move. That used to happen in my 20s.
Oh shit, Biggs, you want to help me move, bro?
Yeah, I help you move.
That's what's up, because I'm old, man. I'm not the spring chicken.
I'm gonna need a couple days notice though. You just can't call me out the blue.
You gotta prepare. He gotta prepare himself.
I might be busy. I just want to make sure you be clear. Hey, you have to move next week. Next week ain't good for me. Can you move a week after next? You know I help you move. Should I help you move to New York? What you talking about?
But this the kicker right here though. A motherfucker asks you to come over there and have a move. They ain't got all this. They ain't got the shit packed.
Oh my god! That's like when a nigga invites you to a barbecue and you get there and he lighting the grill.
Hey,
bro. Hey,
I like to still see the smoke coming off the grill, but
yeah, me too.
Ready though, still have
and you can have some shit. You gotta have something ready. Some dogs, some burgers, something. You gotta have something ready. But if I show over there and you pouring charcoal, nigga, I'm gonna get back in the car. Man, I'm out of here, bro.
Don't invite me to the party and getting to ask me to bring shit. Okay, now I know I'm supposed to bring some because I'm a guest, but I ain't helping you throw the party though. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, pick up some paper plates and some Cupid cups on the way. Hold up, nigga, I'm bringing the dishes.
I was just gonna get shit, like a 12-pack of beer and shit, maybe a bottle. And come
through with a good fifth or something.
Go to the grocery store.
Now you get a pound of chicken. Man, can you pick up like quarter chicken? What? Hey man, can you get a rack of ribs while you in there? Hold up, bro. Do you have anything for the barbecue? Yeah, the motherfucker will test your loyalties on 100 different ways. I'm gonna tell you, moving.
Radio. Man, hey man, you got the radio. Hey, you throwing the party?
You throwing the party? Hey, bro, you still DJ? Nigga, I thought I was coming to eat and look at the pretty girls and hang out. Now I'm DJing. Mm-hmm. Hey man, what you charge the host? Host? Oh, come on, bro. What do you mean? I was coming to see the show. Now I'm on stage. What?
All right.
Yeah, loyalty is a motherfucker, boy.
Loyalty is a motherfucker. I want to know how loyal the motherfuckers was on 420 yesterday when they lost 500 pounds of fucking weed strolled across the goddamn freeway, man.
Oh, oh my God, bro. 500 pounds? Boy, you know the plug is mad than a motherfucker.
Boy.
The plug mad, the distro mad, the connect mad, everybody mad right now, boy. Whoever was driving that truck, I hope he kept going to the next country.
They was right down the street from where they was right up to the highway from where the weed is legal at. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so they was probably taking it to a dispensary.
More than likely.
And dropped the load.
And dropped
now, you know who really mad? The weed smoker that was behind them and didn't realize what he was running over. But they say it was a 3-car collision out there. Somebody tried to get out and grab a bag.
I would have grabbed me a couple of them motherfuckers.
500 pounds is what they reported. You know goddamn well it was more than that. I heard you. Man, it was 1,500. It was 500 pounds of weed. You know damn well it was more than 500 pounds. That was on the Missouri highway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a drought in St. Louis this week. Them motherfuckers
Yeah,
tight.
them motherfuckers didn't get to smoke like
Freaky
folks said.
tight.
Them motherfuckers like, they on their way right now, man. They right up the road. Them
Yeah.
motherfuckers like,
You
yeah,
sure
this
they
is
coming? Yeah,
dope,
they
man.
coming. You looking at the news? Like, no, nigga, no.
Hey, man, but the weed, man, he any drug dealer is a great liar. I mean, I'm down the street, man. I'm finna pull up.
I'm about to pull up. Hey, man, give me 10 minutes. 10,
Give me 10
30 minutes ago, you say you been here 10 minutes.
I mean, shit, man, I'm right down the street, man.
Yeah.
Fucker,
Yeah, drug dealers a lot better than girls on first date. No, babe, I'm coming.
Right.
Fuck you
That was just low down.
Jen popped in at the right
Yo,
time.
gonna come
Man.
one way or another, I'll tell you that.
So
Then we talking about the 500 pounds that got dropped on the highway.
you know
500
what?
pounds of weed. Mm-hmm.
It's real serious shit, man.
I need those. That it couldn't have been me.
Dude, I'm telling you, whoever was driving that truck kept on going. They knew they was getting. If they was going to the dispensary, they was getting fired. If they was going to the trap,
Yeah.
they was going getting arrested. But either way it go, they was not stopping.
They
just
were
kept
not
on going.
stopping. And
They
can
kept
you
on
blame
going.
them now? Can you blame them? Would you have stopped?
Shit, not knowing I'm about to get my ass pulled by every Cheech and Chong in town. I'm not finna pull over for
But
nothing.
listen,
That's
now,
probably what fell off. They probably had some more shit on that motherfucker too.
but did y'all hear about the lady who now at first they said 229 pounds of marijuana. Then the news reported 219, and she ran out of gas when she got caught with it. Now, let me stop here, as the pastor would say, pause here parenthetically, because that's an odd number. 229, then 219, not 250, not 300, not 150. How is it that you have over $300,000 worth of marijuana and you run out of gas? Make it make sense.
So it was 200 pounds of weed.
So they claim.
219 pounds.
Yeah, but
Or
at first,
200
at first they said 229. Then the news reported, "Oh, we made a mistake. It was 219." Those are two very odd numbers. Not 250,
No,
not
that's 10
300.
pounds missing at the police station.
Exactly. Exactly. But my thing is, but that's not even the part that bothered me. You have $300,000 worth. How do you run out of gas?
Gas high as a motherfucker right now.
Right. I understand it, but how do you run out of gas?
That's
Like,
what not to jump off the subject, but that's how I was trying to figure out the NFL player with the Haskins guy, how he got hit
oh my God.
by the damn dump truck because he
Crossing
ran out
the
of
highway.
gas. You are an NFL quarterback. Why are you running out of gas?
You know what? It's more to that story than we'll ever
Maybe he
know.
had a Tesla or something that ran out of battery juice.
I'm waiting on that
No,
toxicology
he said he
report.
was walking to get gas. You in a Tesla, you ain't walking to get a battery. You ain't, and I'm talking about you NFL player. You ain't got AAA. You can't call roadside assistance.
I'm telling y'all, there's something about that does not sound right.
It don't smell right, right? That shit does not smell. And his
And
wife
I'm
was waiting
telling
on him, and she was calling 911 frantic
Relentlessly, like back to back.
back
because
to
she hadn't
back to
heard
back.
from him.
There's something about this that ain't right.
Well, I mean, my man got hit by a fucking dump truck on the
A
highway,
dump truck
walking
on
to
a
get gas
highway.
because he ran out of gas.
And
What
you're
kind of
worth
car was he
millions.
driving that he didn't know he was about to run out of gas and then pull over sooner?
And then it's not like he's driving a Toyota Camry or something like that.
I
He's
don't know what he
driving a
was
Tesla.
driving, but
He's driving a Tesla.
Teslas don't run out of gas.
See,
They don't
that's
run
what
on
I'm
gas.
saying. That's what I
Right.
just got through saying. He ran out of
He was
battery.
driving a Tesla. It's his battery,
He ran out of
not
battery.
See,
gas.
I'm hearing all kind of weird because on the news I was listening to
His
WTOP
gas is-
and they were saying my man ran out of gas.
No, he
Never
was
heard he was
driving
driving
a
a Tesla.
Tesla, and he was driving like the most expensive
Of
one.
course,
He was driving a
you got the
Tesla.
money with the doors go up and shit.
Right.
Well, I wonder why they're saying gas then. Man, we got to
Yeah,
get a little
because
more.
I'm saying I've heard him say he ran out of gas.
You know what? They're saying gas for the same reason that they're saying that he's walking down a highway and got hit with a dump truck. I want to see the toxicology report because this man was not in a regular mental state to be walking on a 6-lane highway to get hit by a dump truck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I've been doing this for way too many years. This makes absolutely no sense.
Mm-hmm.
And
And the
listen,
I
way
agree.
that girl was calling 911 back to back to back to back to back, the way she was freaking out, something don't smell right.
She hadn't said anything about him having no he's a fucking professional football player. He's constantly going through evaluations and motherfucker talking to
shrink.
shrinks and
Yeah,
shit like that on a constant. So and then that would have been her first to me. To me,
exactly.
that would have been her first thing where he suffers from da 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 da. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
Those
my thing is this, even with long-term CTE, which is the after effects of a concussion, even
right.
with that, we have seen in years with I cannot think of his name, but he suffered from it and he ended up committing suicide. I cannot think of his name.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
I can't think of his name, but he did commit suicide. And it was because he was suffering so badly because he would do stuff, wouldn't remember it. He would have brain zaps, his cognition, you know, forgetting words. He was suffering. But this is a 24-year-old guy who had not even reached the height, the peak of it yet. And he's on a 6-lane highway wandering aimlessly by eyewitness account in and out of traffic.
Yeah, that shit ain't sounding right now.
He
That does
fucked
not
up.
sound right.
You think he was? I
On
mean, like I said, I want to see a toxic. I rather see a
I
toxicology
want to see
report, but I also
and
want to see.
He could have been fucked up or something like that.
but
I
here's
mean,
my question. Does anybody know where he was coming from
Right.
when this happened? Cuz I hadn't heard that.
I mean, I don't think it's something nefarious. I think it may have been, like I said,
I don't
either
think so
substance or
either.
mental something going on mentally. And
Something
maybe the
ain't
NBA,
right.
the NBA, the NFL don't
so
want us to
so
know that they got
so
this man was
was
out
this
there
like
with a brain
early in the
injury.
morning? What time of day was it? What I guess with it.
This was late from my understanding. This wasn't during daylight hours. This was at night.
Oh yeah.
From my
Oh,
understanding. This was at night.
to the listeners, Hoodcast, we don't really do facts. We just kind of roll with it.
Yeah.
So we
Right,
don't we don't know what time it was. It could have been noon. We
Yeah.
don't know.
right.
Right.
But we do have our suspicions, and we have no problem expressing them.
Exactly.
And this sounds
Cool.
suspicious to us.
I don't want to go dark and be analytical and just, pull out the
Doing a
physician's
think
desk
piece,
reference and, coroner's
right?
report and turn into Dr. G. I'm not finna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I did that with Sandra Bland. If we want to keep it light and fluffy, I'm not finna go there.
Light
But
and fluffy.
that doesn't
Yeah,
sound right.
I mean, yo, there's something going on in my neighborhood. Every time I look up, somebody moving and they selling some shit. What's going on around here? It's a brand new community. Niggas are selling. Well, I know there's interest rates are going up, so people that invested
What are they
in
selling?
their houses. Yeah,
Okay.
but also we got a lot of military that live in this area. I got to plug in. I'm about my phone. My fucking oh shit, my laptop's about to die. Give me a second, guys.
Oh
Y'all
no.
continue on without me. Hold on, I'll be back.
Yeah.
So,
So
uh, so
good, man. How your week been going, guys? Since the last time we spoke.
We had a young lady that I went to school with. She passed away. Her funeral was the day before Easter, so I've been dealing with some classmates passing. Arkansas State Hospital. I need them to manage their discharges a little bit better because when they are discharging some of their patients, they're not really monitoring where they're going after discharges, and they're rolling up to my facility, losing it. Um, had to tackle a guy.
oh shit.
Um, that was just Monday. Um, Today we had a lady wandering aimlessly through the neighborhood, pulling up campaign signs with every intention of beating the brakes off somebody with it. Um,
Dang.
that was fun. I didn't take that one down though. I
Oh,
didn't
you
take her
did.
down. No,
You took a dude down, but you didn't take no female down.
no, somebody got to her first. That was interesting. Although I did see a guy walking downtown in his underwear.
Man, the last time I was in Little Rock, I rode down. I guess I was on Ashland, motherfucker. Just 5 pennies that she just took her pants down.
Yep.
Oh, you talking about the lady with the long breasts that be on
Yeah.
Asher in front of Kroger?
It wasn't her.
Sorry about that.
It wasn't her.
Really, it wasn't her.
It wasn't her.
And she doing that all the time, boy. I like
And
that.
and you know what killed me? She do that and she just be smiling. She just be tickled pink.
Because there is a such thing called mental health.
She be so happy, and I mean, people be honking their horns and everything. I'm like, why are y'all honking? She's not gonna stop peeing.
Who peeing where and doing what? I come back and we was talking about mental health issues and people getting hit on the highway and somebody pissing there.
It's
That's why I can't leave y'all unattended.
It's mentally challenged.
Wait a minute. Why did Willie just turn into me briefly? Why did she just briefly turn into me?
So that homeless thing is real serious, you know.
But let me say this about homeless. Check this out. Do you know other states like California, Arizona, Texas, even New York at one time were paying homeless people, giving them a bus ticket or a train ticket and saying, hey, go to this state.
They still do.
And they still do.
Yeah, get up out of here. Go to this state, they got facilities for you.
They did a report on Arkansas where this homeless guy talked about how much money he made in a total of a week. And he was from, I think, Plano, Texas, and he was talking about Arkansas being the friendliest state that he had been in.
Wow.
As a homeless person.
As a homeless person?
Yeah. Now, there's also a guy who has a sign with his Cash App on it that he says that he needs money for drugs, beer, and a hooker.
Yeah, that guy. Now, see that I respect that man.
And I respect it. You know why? Because at least he's honest.
Right. Yeah. I remember a guy in DC used to be in Georgetown with a sign that said, need money for drugs. Why lie about it? And motherfuckers would give him money. Straight up.
I also saw a guy when I was in Chicago. He actually went viral. He had a sign that says, ninjas killed my family, need money for karate lessons. And he made a killing. Like, he made a killing with people giving him money.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, I know the dude, I heard a cat one time tell me that he stopped giving money to homeless people because he saw where cat was part of his scam. He walked up on a dude not in Georgetown, but it was in DC. So he walked up on a dude. He was about to give him some money, and dude was like, "No, I'm good." Dude was like, "Okay." He said, "Dude took off his dirty ass jacket, walked over to like a current model car, popped open the trunk, threw that shit in there, pulled out a clean jacket, put that bitch on, jumped in the car, and rolled out." Yeah. He was like, "Yeah, that was that dude's side hustle. He would come out there and sit in a high traffic area and just collect change all day, summer months."
I seen a motherfucker told
me.
You
know what? Go ahead, Cokie.
Go ahead, Cokie.
Motherfucker came to me with a baby picture one time. Motherfucker came and said, "Man, I ain't always been fucked up, man. Man, let me get you."
There's a picture of him as a baby.
When he was a baby. Man, I ain't always been fucked up, man. Let me get something. I had a motherfucker bring me, man, 2 Mustang mats, 7-8 Mustang mats.
Trying to sell them.
Yeah, the back seat Mustang. No, the little bitty motherfucker.
Yeah.
I do y'all one even better. Super Stop on John Barrow. Now, I don't think he was necessarily homeless. I really believe this was just one of these Crackosauruses. He had a bag of panties selling them.
Hey,
how many pair you buy, Jen?
Not a single one.
What they new? What they clean?
Like I got on some right now.
I don't know. I don't even wear them. So
them motherfuckers had a cotton crotch.
I like a woman who don't wear panties.
Hold up. Let's stop. You just gonna ride past it? What'd you say?
I wear them. I haven't worn them in over 20 years.
Oh. Okay.
Well, for all you panty droppers out there, take your panties off, goddammit. Take them all, panty droppers.
She said I ain't worn them in over 20 years.
I don't see the point.
You know what? And that's your business because I'm not commenting on that shit at all.
No, you ask what, and that's true. Just like, for example, men should wear boxers.
So, wait a minute. Okay,
not boxers.
I never like to turn the show personal. And since there's 3 guys and 1 lady, I never like to turn the show personal directly towards a young lady. But when you say you don't wear panties, I'm assuming, but you do wear some form of underwear. Well, nigga, well, goddamn. Okay.
Hey, what do you wear a dress on a windy day?
I'm like, what about sundress season?
She said she don't wear a dress.
Look at her. He like,
she don't wear a dress.
Memories. I'm playing a violin over here. Y'all don't see the violin. I'm a violinist right now.
You know what?
I'm playing a violin right now.
Everybody trying to book their ticket to Little Rock. Jen, I'm having a picnic next week. It's gonna be 80 degrees. What boy, that little skirt you like?
I'm so stupid. Hey y'all, we're gonna play a little music, man.
Let's play some music. When we come back, we're gonna talk about a friend of mine.
Yes.
And I gotta talk about 420.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Right. We'll be right back.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Well, hold on, dog. Hey, I got this text real quick. Oh, man. What? Oh, man. Sexing after texting. Hey, sex is done, dog.
Cheating me, I'm really getting in the mood. Propositioning you too. Send me pictures in the nude like you a centerfold. Text me in the code. Type in 69. That sounds really cool. Who would have knew that in a few replies that you and I would get a room tonight? When you picking up your phone, you tickle my hormones. Yearning to give you way more than just sore thumbs. Come to Papa, come on over after. You get off of work so I can put it on you proper. You don't have to knock, cuz you can come on in. I'ma show you what my dirty smiley really meant. We can put this in and you and I up in the sky. Reenact everything that we fantasize. No JKing, no LOLing, just a mouthful of pillow for your yelling. I'm telling you that I feel like sexing after texting. I'm hoping that you got my message. Cause I'm in need of your affection. It's what you do to me.
Now we texting again, and she wants the longhorn like it's Texas again. The message begins with a textual grin. She wants sex, I reply, yes, I'll attend. She's at work, so she wants to role play. So I run with it like OJ. Say, okay, what you gonna say? I'ma hit it like it's croquet. You can't win if you don't play. And she can bend, but she won't break. With a friend, it would go great. Press the send button. Then she sent something, and it really blew my mind. She said, all right, but keep it between you and I. And who am I? She replied, you're my big poppy. Cause I'm strong and a bit stocky. But my Spanish is a bit choppy. She can throw the pitch. She can even throw the switch. She'll know I'm gonna hit.
I feel like sexing after texting. I'm hoping that you got my message. Cause I'm in need of your affection. It's what you do to
See,
me.
my message is sexing. Once I received all her texts, I proceed to relieve all the stressing. She is indeed in need of a lesson, so I give her the effing. And the screams, baby, please give me your resting. So I call for a halftime, and I will coach her. Put her knees like a seat on my sofa. Hold her low, bend her over. Then I go deep stroke her. Hit it bare like a polar. Make her bite on her molars. Hit the pause on my motor, cause I know that I'll fold her. I feel a need in the closer. Grab the door when I coach her. Give a tap on the shoulder, then a dap when I know her. Close my door and it's over.
I feel like sexing after texting. I'm hoping that you got my message. Cause I'm in need of your affection.
That's what you do to me. Because I got you, because I got you. Relax.
You know, what's understood don't have to be explained. You know, you with the right mind. You in good hands, baby. I got you covered like insurance. Yeah, yeah. Kia Shine, Tone Yates, it's KE on that track. Yeah.
Okay, close that for me.
Yeah, close that. Yo, y'all, we back. We back in this thing. Third and final segment. HoodCast 262. Let me put us back in this.
Ooh, and Jen still ain't got no undies on. That's why she got
G-Mac,
trouble.
what is Pokemon done? The Empress of Intelligence.
I just don't see the point in them.
You know what?
And
That's
what?
your business. But if you come to my house, you can't sit
I
on my
don't.
couch. Your nasty ass. You want no panties.
First of all, I'm clean.
You show up in my house in a skirt, you got to stand up the whole time you're here. The whole time. You ain't leaving that on my couch. Because my wife
Then
gonna be
what?
asking.
Wait a minute.
She can't even sit cross-legged on the floor.
No, she got to sit on a rubber stool in the corner.
Why I
Wrap
gotta
it
be
Jen
around
don't
rubber?
her.
have any leaking. She ain't leaking.
Hey,
Right.
why I gotta be rubber? You know, I thought rubber irritates them. It's gonna
Jen,
be
why did
very
you tell us
irritating.
that? Why did you tell us that? Why?
Mama, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you should be. Oh, Paul
Hey,
Scurry.
Paul.
What's up, Paul?
What's up, Paul? How you doing, man?
What's happening,
What's up,
Paul?
dog? Hey,
Paul's
We
that's
among
talking
our.
about some tennis.
Yeah, we
that's
talking
my
about some
guy from the
cannabis
old neighborhood.
situation. What's
We talking
happening,
about
bro?
tennis.
Thanks for coming through. We got like
Okay, the
500 something
reason why
listeners
they
on
came
Facebook
up
right now.
is because Willie asked me if they're clean and if I bought any, and I said I didn't wear them.
See, I ain't asked you about what you was wearing. I asked if you bought it. You could just said no. You
And
didn't
I
have to say,
did.
well, yeah, but then you proceeded
But
on to
wait a
give us
minute.
way more
But wait,
TMI.
wait a minute. Then Cokie said something, and then I was like, I don't even wear them.
No, I don't think that's what happened. But we got it
Well,
on
I
tape,
think what
so we can go back to the conversation and we'll see how
right.
all that
Hey,
information got exposed. Paul, you
We
chilling
We
we
good,
we
man?
good.
really
Glad you have it
don't.
with us. Glad you have it with us.
Yeah, we're
Paul,
good.
you're gonna have to make sure you go back and listen to the last segment because there's some exposure going on that you need to be aware of. And G Mac, I think that should be our
So,
question of the day. Do you
it
wear
should be.
panties
Really?
or do you not wear panties? Is that our question of the
yeah,
day for the
ladies,
ladies?
I would Kobe want to know.
Koke want to
How,
know. Koke want to know. Our question of the day is: do you or do you not wear
Kobe
panties,
wanna know.
or do you not wear undergarments? Men, I don't really care about the dude. We give a shit. But
Yeah. Just.
Well,
But you know what?
I
I
have to
heard
wear.
that y'all have tendencies to sit on it if you don't.
I'm not gonna discuss what I wear underwear, so that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah,
Any motherfucker walk around there sitting on their own nuts, you need to go get yourself checked out. Come on.
No, not necessarily. From a medical standpoint, not necessarily.
I don't care about no medical standpoint. I got nuts. You don't. You are not gonna explain to me about nuts. So that is a
Hey, but
discussion
you
we
do know
cannot
now
have.
they can
We
give a nut.
cannot. We cannot have that discussion, Jen. That is not an equal fight. I think I got a little more knowledge about testicles than you do from a user perspective. You gonna tell me how to drive stick and you ain't never owned nothing but an automatic car. I don't want to hear it.
Right,
No.
right.
Anyway, we was
I
gonna talk
like a
about 420.
fast driver.
It's like
Drive
a
me
fast driver.
fast,
You're like a
man. Drive
like
me.
a
I'm a
fast
demon.
driver in
Like,
in a
damn,
you know.
I'm a Lambo. Drive me
So you
fast.
gotta shift all the gears. Don't skip
Yeah, you
none.
can get them motherfuckers. You can speed shift them motherfuckers too. I don't give a
You
damn.
know
Come on.
that Cokie's nickname is Uncle Cokie.
Uncle Koki.
After the sex ed demonstration from
Mm-mm.
a few shows back, he got the nickname Dirty Uncle Cokie.
Dirty Uncle Cookie.
Dirty
Yeah,
Uncle
she didn't say,
Cookie.
she didn't say
Dirty
clean Uncle.
Dirty Uncle. He jumped back from the screen like somebody reached
Yeah,
him.
I'm
Dirty
like,
motherfucker.
Dirty
I
Uncle.
ain't dirty though. Didn't know any other motherfucker that like pussy. I mean, shit.
Huh. Jen, your mama still listening?
No.
Okay, you
But
sure?
tell moms
Why
hello.
you say it like that?
Shout out to moms.
She said no. Not wearing undies is a choice, but to me, no way to not wearing them. So Paul,
Well, he a whole dude though.
being a decent human being that he is, not running around
What
here
you
like a
gotta
crazy.
say?
I'm just saying, man. I just whole no underwear thing has got me a little bothered. Matter of fact, it's got me a little chafed just thinking about it. I'm like, what is you doing? Like, does that involve? She snorted.
You a little chafish? Yo, you fucking feeling chafish right now?
A little chafed. I can't even get. I'm like, that don't feel right. Paul, so how you know I'm old though?
Old though.
You're a friend of G-Mac, T.O., so that makes you old. Ta-da!
Wait a minute. How you
Yeah,
gonna call a
Jen.
woman old? Are you serious?
I'm talking about G-Mac's friend. G-Mac old, so his friend is old. I didn't say
Right,
nothing about
I'm
Jen.
not old.
I said Paul
G-Mac
is
is
G-Mac's
old.
friend.
No, Paul is my old boy.
One thing about Cat don't even get old. Cat get better as it go.
And does.
Says like a true pimp, boy.
First you a little kitten. First you be a little kitten, then you turn to a full tiger. Then when you get older, you go to a cougar.
I'm not a cougar, sweetheart. I'm a jaguar.
Well, on that, but after that, when you get like in your 60s, you a mountain lion.
You're a straight mountain lion.
Mountain lion.
How you get in the car? I trapped her.
No,
You ain't fucking with that mountain lion.
Hold on, Paul. I didn't call you old. Willie called you old.
No, you called him old.
How did I call him old?
I could have sworn you. Jen, you haven't. We gotta get a little analysis, Jen.
Okay, no. Okay, listen. Let me tell you what happened.
Do we need to rewind the show?
That's wrong. Huh?
We was talking about 420. That's what we were gonna talk about.
Okay, right.
Well, let's
So,
get back on it.
let me tell you what happened. Okay, so I'm like, when it comes down to marijuana, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I've never smoked. But see, me, I feel like a blunt is a waste of weed. I'm from the joint era. Like, I can get the same effect from a joint that I can a blunt. But what had happened was the discovery of edibles. So what had happened was I was not explained the proper usage of edibles. So what had happened was,
oh, you feel nothing?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
that's exactly
that's most
what
people's
happened.
mistake.
Listen, tell me why.
Because you didn't feel it right. I ain't doing something right.
Listen. So
Eat the whole thing.
I was
You just
fine.
eat it all.
Listen, I ate the whole thing. It had
Was it cookie, brownie, candy? What was it?
Cake. So listen.
Oh, cake.
Cake or a piece of cake?
Whole piece of cake?
Piece of cake.
Okay.
First of all, Paul,
calm down, Paul. Paul just want to fight. Don't go in here trying
to.
Calm down, Paul. Relax.
It's going bold. Come on now,
Paul, like, call me old, goddammit. Don't worry, Paul.
These were like big pieces of cake. So I ate one piece and half of the other. I was good until I got ready to go outside and take the dog out to pee. So I'm outside and I'm like Sputnik, NASA space program, Care Bear. I'm like, ooh.
Floating away.
You seeing rainbows and shit?
Unicorns dancing on rainbows, pooping Skittles. Like, wow. Okay, so this is.
It was at that moment my dog turned around and said,
right. So wait. But see, here's the issue. I was ready to get off the ride about 4 hours into it. Tell me why I am sitting on the couch with my coat on, no pants, ready to go home.
And no panties.
I watched an hour of a movie on mute, crying because I thought I was deaf.
Okay, come on now. The dog was talking to her. You're right, Paul. Now,
let's
rewind that story. She said, I'm on the couch with a coat on, no pants. We have established that you don't wear underwear. So,
okay, but listen, I'm waiting to
you're
go
out here
home
with the crotch rocket loose.
Right.
Okay, at your own house. Okay, that works. I thought you was over somebody else's house.
Marijuana, does that cauliflower make you horny in any kind of way, like it do me. I'm just saying cauliflower, it just intensifies me. I
Hold up.
mean,
I hope you ain't really talking about real cauliflower.
No, he talking about red
Really?
broccoli.
Oh,
Nah, he
okay.
talking about them florals. Now,
no,
I gotta say this much. First of all, Jen,
she never
Jen, you
answered the
said
question.
4 hours.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, you
what got
didn't
me
have a
was
regular.
I
You didn't
went
have a
to
regular
sleep.
edible. They gave you an edible that had weed and possibly mushrooms in it.
No. You
I
got to
don't
think
know.
about no. You got to think of the amount of MCGs that was in this. We're talking about a piece of a cake that is like this.
Yeah, I
So
get it. I feel you.
imagine me eating all of this, but then I got a half of it left in the plate.
We went out. I used to be a real serious smoker, and at the height, I might have been high for 2 hours. I ain't never been high for 4 hours unless I was continuously smoking for 4 hours.
Look how much, but you
Right.
got to think about something. I am legit sitting here watching all the shows that I've recorded, and I am eating this cake like a bum at a free Thanksgiving dinner.
Like a fat kid at a funeral.
Or edible high is
We're gonna
different.
get rid of that Thanksgiving.
Right, because
This
you got to
other
think
shit.
about something. This is you're digesting it, and it's going
Oh yeah,
directly
straight to
into
the
your
blood system. Yeah,
bloodstream.
yeah. I feel you. I
And
feel
you
you.
got to think about something. I'm 5 feet. I'm 128 pounds. Look how fast my digestive rate is.
She said I'm 5 feet, 128 pounds.
You know
Coca said,
how much
"Hmm." Hmm. 5 feet,
and
128 pounds, no
Cokie
pants.
has long arms.
He said 5 feet, 120, no panties. Oh.
Karate
Y'all
chop.
niggas nasty. I can't stand y'all. I can't stand y'all.
Right. Y'all used to be on show as a fucking
Please, this is not the dating game. You two, y'all gotta get the Cokie and Jen show. Y'all can sit there and make googly eyes at
No
each
one
other.
has said anything, man. This is my COVID.
Anyway,
we just
so
happen to like some of the same things. I mean,
But
yeah.
guess what though? Now
and
I'm
you
straight.
too.
Like now I'm straight. I know how to gauge it.
But I
Yesterday
mean,
was
in
a
your
good
profession
day.
though, you really can't participate in that, can you?
No, I cannot.
Yeah. So there you go.
But you can eat it though, right?
No, she don't
It's the
smoke
same
and take
thing.
off
You're
her
gonna get the
drawers.
same
I
Paula. She's
don't.
not wearing drawers to begin with. She might get high and put some drawers on. Fuck around, wake up in the morning, have drawers on, don't know where they came from.
hold on, what the fuck?
Fuck. What did I didn't even buy? What the fuck? Those drawers are these?
I'm just glad
That's-
she don't wear
the fuck?
granny panties. I'm just glad she ain't got them motherfuckers on.
Granny
I seen
panties.
a motherfucker with some
Motherfuckers
granny
pull up
panties
under your
on.
breast.
Oh, yeah.
Should-
Oh my God.
The white motherfuckers, you know
The
the
bitches
white
pull up here. Pull the motherfuckers up.
that's all cotton white.
That was before Spanx. They were just long ass panties. Just long ass panties.
Long ass.
How did you guys celebrate 420? What'd y'all do?
Smoke.
Of course, I mean that's part of the holiday, which I think they should make it a national holiday.
Not just smoked. Smoked excellent.
Excellent, fine
Yeah.
smokery.
If
I
I
had a
could
cigar and a beer.
If I could show you something, if I could show you a bud, unfortunately, I can't show drugs on our stream though. But it's
Well, weed ain't drugs, but still.
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
And you know what?
Because
I am
not
actually
drugs.
an advocate of it. I really am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they are working on.
smoke?
I sent you
Smoke?
guys a link. No, Jen don't smoke. She can't. So she
can't.
like me.
Well, she ain't no goddamn advocate then.
Drugs are manufactured.
Well, no, you
Look,
can be an
guys,
advocate.
I'm gonna say
You don't
this.
be an
I'm-
advocate.
421 should be no
I'm an
draws
advocate of
day. Okay,
Right.
Paul.
Fuck
Well,
you, okay.
apparently it
I'm gonna
is.
tell you
It's
why.
square number
I'm
4.
gonna tell you why I'm an advocate of it because I have seen marijuana treat cancer, fibromyalgia, MS, lupus, epilepsy,
Right.
and
Yeah,
several other diseases effectively where
I
nothing
ask
else
you-
worked.
Can I ask you a question? Did you used to smoke?
And did, and you know that.
I know.
You know
That's
I
how
did.
show I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say. If you were saying no, like I know you lying.
Right.
I
know you lying.
That would be a
You
lie
was
for
my-
everybody out here.
Man,
Cokie,
it
what
was my
was you
father.
finna say? Y'all just cut Cokie out. What you finna say, Cokie?
No, I
Cokie
was just
like,
saying she had a man that smoked weed. She still appreciate it because it make his dick look harder too. Them married.
Look at Jen. She's like, I see no lies here.
None. Not a single one.
Check
But
on
it's
your
true
mama.
though.
Make sure your mama ain't watching.
It does
It's true.
enhance the
It does improve circulation.
See there? Well, I was just gonna say yesterday.
Paul, really? Who is Paul? Who is Paul? Really?
Paul is college, and it cures you were wearing drawers. You see, you got Paul started. Don't bring up them drawers no more. I've been trying to say for the last 30 seconds that they just passed some legislation in DC for employee protections for medical marijuana users.
And they
basically,
should
so
do it here.
And your employer can't fire you or you be disciplined for using marijuana when you off the job.
But my thing is this: in states where it's legal, let these cats out that are incarcerated,
and expunge their records.
Yo,
and expunge their record.
Yo, it's crazy. I just found out from my weed man today that he got paid a restitution up here. He gets like a restitution stimulus, because up here in New York, and I think they're the first one doing it. They doing it recreational, so they just doing the dispensaries, right? But the dispensary, you have to have had the cream of the crop, have to have had like drug related charges.
What do you mean as far in terms of giving people opportunity? So they gave people who had drugs. So you could open a dispensary if you had been previously arrested on a marijuana charge. They gave you an opportunity to make some money back for all the time they locked you up on some bullshit.
Yeah, they want to pay you.
Yeah, fuck that. Just cut me a check. I'm gonna go for a car wash, nigga.
I get to retire in 2 years. My youngest son graduates next year. I get to retire 2 years after that.
Man, I'm jealous of people like you.
I have 10 grand that I'm investing in a dispensary.
Man, I'm so jealous of people when I hear people say shit like I get to retire in 2 years. I don't get to retire from shit because I ain't never been nowhere that long.
I get to retire.
I probably if I'd have stayed down there, I would have retired from the university.
Thank you, Paul.
Yes, Paul. She will retire.
Well, what I did was I always rolled over. No, I always rolled over my 401k. The minute I finished my degree and I was working, and it was a sacrifice, but when I was told, hey, in order to retire at a certain age, you have to put this much money in your 401k. That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
So wherever
I thought you just talking
went,
about you had time plus age at one location.
It's my 401k. It's my.
Oh, so you're talking about financially you're prepared to retire, not because because I know you ain't 65.
No, but when I retire, I will be 44 years old.
When I retire, I will be in the grave. I'm gonna work till I fucking drop.
And you know what? I'm just, when I'm done, I'm just gonna like podcast and travel and write and.
I want to go hunt for some mud crabs.
Mud crab hunting. Dude, I'm trying to come back to Arkansas and open a catfish farm when I retire. I want to open a catfish farm.
Please do, because let me tell y'all something. Throw up the disclaimer. Speaking of catfish, please throw up the disclaimer because I'm gonna hurt some folks' feelings about Little Rock, about this restaurant. Please throw up the disclaimer.
What is it?
Disclaimer.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. Flying Fish is serving sway,
claiming it's catfish.
And claiming it's catfish.
Yo, that's spongy bullshit. If you catch somebody doing that, you should just knock the whole tray over. I was at Flying Fish when I was there last year, and I actually had some catfish. It was real catfish.
Y'all, when I tell y'all, I lost my shit. I went off so bad.
That shit is like somebody deep fried a sponge.
I swear to God, it is. Yeah,
and Paul, it like man-made or some shit like
it's
some
man-made.
GMO.
It's lab generated GMO. It's a carcinogen, like tilapia.
I know fucking I think what's the name? They call Peters.
Why people keep saying tilapia? I seen a video where they be
tilapia is man-made.
It's so
just like salmon. Just like salmon is not really pink.
Well, do people still go to Peters on 12th Street to get catfish?
Let me tell you what happened. So check this out.
I know that motherfucker
Peters,
was swinging way
Peters
too.
now belongs to the wife. Check this out. Peters now belongs to the wife. He got caught cheating with one of the black chicks. Peters now belongs to the wife. Yes, sir.
He got another one.
Peters,
He got caught this
he
time.
has
That's
another
that's
one.
they had the one over there on John Barrel.
Yep, he owns the one on John Barrow. I wouldn't eat at the one on John Barrow for all the tea in China. No
You
pun
can get that
intended.
too.
I ain't been
Yeah,
to Little
Peter's
Rock in so
Peter's
long,
Asian, by the way.
but the last time I've been there was alright. You know, see what I'm saying?
Man,
Last
that
time I
food.
ate some Peters, that shit was so salty. I had a burning headache before I got out the
Hey,
parking
but
lot.
y'all don't realize that when Peter's first was there
Man, Peters
when the
used to be
clothes
jumping.
around, man. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I remember. Were you right there in the
And
hood
check
too?
this out, y'all. Peters, New Funry.
Oh, Furry.
Uh, that was the best lo mein you can get this side of heaven. I swear to God.
What about Fulan?
See, this nigga
You don't
talking
fuck
about
with
that
Fulan?
Little Rock shit.
I
Yeah, we
don't fuck
talking about the
Fulan.
hood.
But
I'm at
no,
the
I remember.
hood.
Do y'all remember? Well, I'm older than y'all. I
When they,
remember when
when they, no,
Fulan's
when they got
But
the
see, you talking about when
that
Full
work.
End used to be downtown.
when it used to be down the street from the Capitol.
And it still
When it used
is.
to be down.
But it's not
No, they
the
still
it's
got
not the
one.
same one. They still
No,
got one, but it's
the
not the
Fulan's I
same.
know now is out in West Little Rock off of whatever the fuck out there off of
It's not
Chenal
the same
Parkway.
ones. You're thinking about the parents. The kids got it now.
Yeah, the Fulan's that I grew up on was right down from the Capitol,
Yeah,
and
the
their fucking
$5
shrimp
rice
fried rice
box.
was,
It was
was fire.
$5.
It was fucking fire.
And
See, this
then
what
you would
happened. You
get the
start talking
lunch
about
special for
420, you
like
start talking about
$7.50.
weed. Next thing you know, you're talking about food. And
Yeah, because I do got the munchies, so we will have to
go.
go ahead.
But wait a minute. Y'all
I'm
remember,
ready to
y'all
smoke weed
remember,
one too.
hold on, y'all
Hey,
remember on
before we go, I gotta do
420,
something.
y'all
Oh,
remember on
yes, yes.
420 going to China Inn after getting out of class at ULR. China Inn sat right there by the movie theater on University. Because now
Boy,
you
y'all got
got Big
some
Lots
memories.
and everything else down there. But China Inn used to sit right there on the end. It was a Chinese buffet.
Chinese buffet. Chinese
Eight
buffet.
$8.
Yeah, I guess,
$8.
Shit.
Drink
I
included.
guess I've been away too long. I don't remember that.
Yeah. I've been away way too long, man.
It was like late 90s, early 2000s.
I'm trying to get this image up here because I want to share something with y'all about a good friend of mine who's no longer with us, Mr. Gerald Smith. I'm trying to find this photo and I'm getting ticked because I can't find it. Well, let me do this. I know how I can find it. Let me do it like this.
What's Little Rock's signature food? Like Philly cheesesteak, New York pizza, Boston things. We have no signature food, bro.
Chitlins?
Shit, no. I hope to God it
No,
ain't.
you eat roadkill.
All
Pork is
right,
the
y'all.
devil.
Hold on a second. This is. Let me know if y'all can see this. Can y'all see that photo?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's my brother Gerald Smith. He's not my brother by blood, but you know how they say
Yeah.
you can't pick your family, but you can pick your friends.
Yes, you can.
Well, in 1989, we picked each other to be friends. Yesterday, my brother was taken off of life support. He had suffered from diabetes, kidney disease, and doing Omicron surge or whatever, he got COVID. Now he had been fine. He vaccinated the whole nine, but he got COVID. He went to the hospital. He was COVID free. He came back, but he had to go into rehab because of his issues with his legs. He had been in rehab already, so he went back to rehab facility. Shortly thereafter, he started having organ failure. They called me. They said his sister called. She said, "Hey, he's going into hospice, and I just wanted you to know in case he passes. And I don't want you to not get a chance to see him, but I don't want to see him like that." So then he went on life support. They called me yesterday. No, they called me Tuesday and said he's unresponsive and he has brain bleed and he's in a vegetative state. I don't want to bring the show down because he wouldn't want me to bring the show down, but I do have to say this much. In 1989, I was the wildest fucking kid you ever seen running around the streets of DC. I was fresh out of home from Arkansas. I had never really lived anywhere else. I was loose. 1990, I got a car. My partner Dre is up here. We are two monsters running loose in the city of DC, making money and having a good time. But we were damn near homeless. Whether we were making money, we have no sense to go get an apartment. So this man who was friends with another brother who became these are two guys in my young life that I grew up as only child. They became my brothers. My brother Jam Shaqui, we haven't had him on the show yet. He's a television film dude. And
As we should.
Gerald Smith. He was a music industry guy. He worked with SWV. He was their road manager. He worked part of their management team, 4.3 million records sold, 3 world tours, whatever, the whole nine. He allowed us to come and stay in the house that him and his homies was renting. He gave us the basement. I put all my junk in the basement, parked my car in the back. And while we was running around on all our escapades and getting into trouble, we always had a home base. And it was his home that allowed us to have a place to live in the summer in DC. I call it the summer of madness. Koki asked Dre about that summer. We were on the loose. We would get jobs, quit jobs, get money, spend money, you name it. We was in it, and it was all we was crazy. Like, remember, this is 80, 89, 90. We running loose in the streets of DC. But because of this man, I had a place to rest my head. As time went on, he moved away to New York. Again, he was working in the music industry. He was at Jive RCA. If you guys ever saw this big promo they had called Jive Records Better Than Sex, where they did a parody of the Madonna book, Sex book. Mm-hmm. He was a guy surrounded by these two women.
Those in the 90s.
Yeah, that was him. So he became famous for that. Again, no matter what he did in the industry, no matter where he went, he was the same guy, same person. Attitude never changed. When he joined with Singleton Management, working with SWV. So he traveled around the world. He's telling me stories about places I had never seen, never been to. And I got to live vicariously through that. Fast forward, I moved to New York. And I'm looking, opportunity to break into the industry and whatnot. This was the guy that told me to come over to Singleton's office and handed me a video camera and made me their videographer. So I traveled with Singleton Management. I was doing videography for Miss Jones, for Alex Bouillon, Few Good Men, you name it, the artists that they were managing. Because of him, I'm in a club called Le Poulet when they was having a rap party that had finished up for the end. There was a show called New York Undercover. Remember New York Undercover?
Yes.
Ice-T was the villain on that show during the last season.
He's the one that killed old boy baby mama.
Right. So I'm in the club and I'm a big Ice-T fan from day one. Since 6, and I first heard 6 in the morning, I've always been. And again, Coke, you can ask straight this. I played Ice-T's Ryan Pays until the fucking letters came off the tape. Somebody stole my tape and I bought another one. I actually bought that album 3 times. So imagine I'm a kid. I'm not a kid at this point. I'm in my 20s. One around doing videography, run around through all these different studios and whatnot with this man you see before you. And we walk into this club, Le Poulet, and there's Ice-T standing there wearing the fucking outfit, this purple jacket that he just finished shooting New York Undercover in. I had interviewed Ice-T for a local newspaper here in DC, a college reporter called University Reporter. I walked up to him, spoke to him. He remembered when we started talking, like we was homeboys. But this man made stuff like that possible. He took me to the Tunnel. When the Tunnel was a legendary New York club, people didn't even show up till 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even know what the Tunnel was. He took me there, introduced me to DJs, introduced me to artists, introduced me to the industry. He made it possible. He made it possible for me to even believe that I could actually make records and put out records. And if it wasn't for him, I never would have tried to do half the shit I ever tried to do. When things were changing and the game was changing, and I had got into IT, I was a contractor. I was working for CompUSA, doing computer shit. Yeah, whatever. He was the man that helped me get my first business started and got me my first paying gig as an independent consultant for a company called R&R Freelance. R&R Freelance was the company that you go to if you want to get your videos played on MTV. So he got me in the office with these cats. Their business was you sent your videos into them and they sent them out to MTV, VH, every video, and then they would send them out to all the second, third tier markets too. All this, the little like the Broadway Joe video show. They send stuff to them too, and they would keep the records of where your video was getting played. This was long before Google and all of the digital shit. This is long before the digital. This is when people are still using DVDs and tapes and shit like that to play videos. Gerald is in that office as a consultant for them, and he drags my little raggedy ass along with him, and they need to get computers set up and networking. And I'm just getting started in this business. I hadn't been doing any of the IT stuff, nothing near what I do now. And he had them folks cut me a check. He cut me a check for like $2,500 to set up.
Which is a lot then.
This is in the 1990s. It's like for what I was getting paid on a 2-week payroll back then. He had them hand me my payroll plus some in one check. He said, "This is the guy that's going to set up an office network." I had never set up office network before. Before then, I was tinkering with stuff. I was the fixie guy. I was plugging in shit. I worked on the other, I wasn't even administrator. I'm not the engineer that I am now. I worked on the engineers. He brought in and said, "It's the lead project. It's the guy that's going to lead the project." And I was like, "I don't know what to do, bro." He taught me and taught me and told me what to do, who I need to hire, how I need to hire, how I need to do it. And they cut me this check. He never asked me for a dime, not a single penny. And when I went through a phase in my life when a lot of people probably would have fell off because of my own weaknesses and my own misgivings, he never judged me. He never told me I was wrong. He stood right next to me, held me up when I couldn't hold myself up, helped me with my kids. Y'all heard Tupac rap about Haitian Jack?
Mm-hmm.
He put me in the studio. I'm in the studio session with this new singer that they're working with, and it was this cat that was under I forgot this. It was reggae, this Caribbean artist name. But the guy running the session, well, the guy who was paying for the session, who had him in it, was Haitian Jack. I'm in the studio session with Haitian Jack. I'm like, every time I turn around, this dude is putting me around people who are either historical, about to be historical, famous or infamous in some form or fashion. He moved me through the New York music industry and taught me so much. And sometimes it wasn't just direct lessons he taught me. Sometimes it was put me in a room where I could learn. And the biggest lesson I had to learn was just keep your mouth shut and be quiet and listen, and you're going to learn. He put me around multimillionaires. He put me around the building I was working out of was right downstairs from Rockefeller Studios. By then it was Baseline Studios. So I'm coming in the building. I'm running the Dame Dash. I'm running the Memphis Bleak. I'm running the Jay-Z, but Jay-Z won't speak to me.
It sounds about right.
Yeah, he puts me on a list so I can go to these industry listening parties, and I'm in there with the same cast that I used to see on TV. This is a man that made it possible, and him and my partner Jam, as far as the IT stuff more so because he put me in a plug in a situation that helped me provide for my family for over 20 years, and this man helped support me when I moved to New York. I first was living in a basement apartment with my wife, my son, and my wife was pregnant, another kid on the way. We had a kid. He's the one that took me to the realtor that got me an apartment in Brooklyn around the corner from him, a stone's throw away from Prospect Park, down from the Botanical Gardens, down from the Brooklyn Library for $850 a month, a 3-bedroom apartment in a beautiful building. A beautiful building. The guy that got it.
That motherfucker now about $335.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
But the crazy part is he did all this for me. He never asked me for nothing. He never asked me for nothing. So when things got difficult for him, he still didn't have to ask me for nothing. That's what loyalty means. That's what loyalty is about. You don't have to ask. When you're a good person, you don't have to ask. When you're a good person, you treat people fair and you honor your word and you genuinely want to see other people succeed and you go out of your way to help them do it. That's what loyalty is. A lot of people think loyalty is standing next to you when you win it.
No.
But no, loyalty is standing next to you when you're not winning, and actually when you're doing some things that could possibly cause you to be losing. He's still there with me. On 9/11, when 9/11 happened, I came home to my apartment in Brooklyn, apartment he helped me get because he introduced me, like I said, to the real estate agent. And people were running around. It was like a movie where Godzilla stomping on the city and people running. It looked like one of them little movies with the animatronic creature and all the little people running around. That's how I looked in Brooklyn that day. And I'm scared shitless. My wife is down in DC going to school. I'm at home with at this time 3 babies, my sister-in-law and my other brother Al, who's crashing in my crib at the time. I come home from work. I work overnight. I come home. I just passed by the World Trade Center. I come in and like, yo, something happened. Blah. I'm looking at it on TV. My son's at school. I'm getting ready to roll out to get my son. I'm telling everybody, get dressed, get some clothes on because we don't know what's going on. Clearly something going on. Before I can make a move, the phone rings and it's Gerald. And he's like, y'all good? I'm on my way around there. He threw on his shoes, coat. He come around the corner. Goes with me to get my son from school. And when I tell you, it's people running in the street, panicking. Gerald, who you know, big brother, 6 foot plus, 200 something pounds plus, big dude. He is like a human shield for me and my little preschool son. People were running and bumping each other. Gerald literally put himself between us and the crowds of people to make sure we got home safely, and then made sure because we had to go get money out the ATM because we didn't know what was going to happen. So I wanted to get some cash.
Right. We didn't know.
He walked with me, and I'm taking cash out the bank. It's a lot of people there. It's not everybody's trying to get money out, folks. I'm worried about the ATM gonna run out. So I'm trying to take out the max amount of money. But it's also motherfuckers standing around watching. It's Brooklyn. Guys are standing around watching. So I'm walking out of ATM. I got a pocket full of money. And some cats is walking with us. Gerald put himself between me and those folks to make sure that nothing happened to me and that I got home safe to my family. And I gotta honestly say, there have been instances where my brothers have saved my life, and he's one of those people. And I will never be able to repay the debt that I owe to him. All I can do is say how much I love him, how much I miss him. And if you want to know what loyalty is, I'm showing you the face of loyalty right now. That's what loyalty looks like. And that's all I gotta say. Rest in peace, my brother.
I want to say one instance I had with him. Remember when we had went to the Crow's Nest in Atlanta?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yo, we had it was we had well it was Coalition. It was both of them, wasn't it? Janae, me, you, him.
It was the whole cruise. SJ.
Right.
It was.
Oh yeah, because we supposed to have the Usher thing.
Yeah, anyway, don't get me started with that Usher thing.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a misunderstanding. Well, I don't know misunderstanding. We were supposed to have went to like a sports/music conference that Usher put together.
Yeah, it was a summer camp.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a summer camp. That was that camp that did not go well at all.
Yep. So tell us, go ahead, G-Mac.
It was supposed to be the offset of How Can I Be Down? Remember How Can I Be Down?
I don't know. What
No. This is different. Go ahead, G-Mac. Tell your story.
So we was like, oh, okay, yo. We wasn't, everybody wasn't no rich or whatever, but we were putting our little money together. I would have got a nice little fit. When I tell you I got a fit.
Fresh. It was a feeler joint too.
It wasn't a feeler joint. It was whatever it was.
I remember it was velour though.
The whole suit, everything.
Terry cloth or something. That bitch was fresh as shit.
Was brand new. So
hold on, Gene. Wait.
From Little Rock to Atlanta.
It gets better.
Little Rock to Atlanta.
I'm totally invested. Continue.
Yo, Little Rock to Atlanta. So we get on the outside of Atlanta. On the outside of Atlanta. It was Usher's cousin or friend that was his.
It was actually Gerald's cousin who was the coordinator for the camp. Gerald's the reason why we were there.
Gerald's cousin.
It was Gerald's cousin, Kay. He was a coordinator for Usher's summer camp. So he had schedules for us to perform. I tell you, Gerald used to plug us with shit all the time. We never knew how. But he had a book to perform there.
Well, unfortunately, Usher took it upon himself to at the last minute, the kids that was there, Destiny's Child when they were together then were doing a sound check. So he took them there. And we was like, whoa. So we're
cancel the show.
I'm talking about we on the outside of Atlanta, drive from Little Rock, and our show was canceled. So
we got 11 people traveling with us. 11 dancers, singers, rappers. We got a whole fucking we got a whole show. We got a whole variety show. We had all put it together and we brought it to
we all of a sudden, we was someplace for a little. This is what I can remember. We were someplace for a little bit, and then we got back in the cars and drove to this club called the Crow's Nest.
The world famous Crow's Nest, by the way, in Atlanta, Georgia.
Bankhead, right?
There you go. Kokomo performed there.
So we had, the boys had did their thing, blah 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 blah. And again, I had a fresh new suit on, right? For some reason, it was this guy that kept bumping me.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, local haters.
3 times. I can remember like it was yesterday. 3 times. He bumped me the first time like, yo, bro. I mean, it's like he was doing it purposely. Yo, bro, blah, blah, blah. The next time he stepped on my shoe. I looked out and said, yo, bro, you stepped on my shoe. Come on, man. You know, blah, blah, blah.
He
So,
got new shoes on to go with the fit.
I got it.
Go
I'm
ahead.
telling you, head to toe. The third time I said something, this nigga must have flicked a cigarette.
Ooh.
And it put a hole in my pants. Bro, when I tell you, then I blacked out. I blacked out. I really did.
You lost
When I came to, my feet was dangling in the air. Girl had came behind me and picked me up, right? Picked me up, took me out. Because, again, like he said, he's 6 foot, what? 6 foot?
Probably 6'3", 6'2", 6'3".
200-some pounds.
He's taller than me. I'm 6'1". He's taller than me.
I'm finna well off on this dude. And I didn't even get a chance to because Gerald picked me up like I was a little rag doll.
Picked him up like you would scoop up a toddler.
Right.
G-Mac feet like this in the air.
And I'm gonna say, G is not like the tallest. Hey, my classmate. Hey, Eric.
Hey, hey, that's thing I know because we were coalition, so the boys got them time, yeah, the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Whenever we went on the road, I always had to be like, okay, I know something in the car, just don't tell me, so I got plausible deniability. We get pulled over.
Right.
Fact.
Right.
Yes. We walk from Southside. We walk from Southside. So
when I calm down, I'm like dangling, but I'm looking at this nigga like, damn, nigga, why you let me hit him?
And this is a testament to G's professionalism as a road manager because one show got canceled. We broke out. We took them to the hotel. Can I pick the story up from here?
Yes, sir. You sure can.
So that show got canceled, but being good managers and being with a good road manager, he was like, I was like, what am I supposed to do? I got 11 people here. I should cancel. Folks looking at me like, oh, you bullshitting. I was like, no. Nobody ever said it, but you know how people think. I know how people think. I know how I'm thinking.
Right.
Gerald's like, listen, let's just go book another club. I'm like, let's go book another club. We jump in the car, me, him, Dre, running around. Dre and Koki had been living there before. So they, Dre knew the club scene, the comedy club scene, that kind of stuff. He was like, let's hit this club. It was a little outside of Atlanta, the Crow's Nest. We roll up in there, talk to the club owner. He's like, it's like a Saturday night or Friday night. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna give us their Friday night because I'm thinking money. Like, ain't nobody gonna give me their door on a Friday night. They fucking was like, okay, we got a show planned, but we'll go ahead and work y'all in. And it's some local talent. Well, it's local talent. In Little Rock, we local talent. But when we not in Little Rock, it don't matter where we are. The crew that we roll with was super tight. Our MCs was super tight. Our dancers was super tight. So these cats are doing their local thing, and they trying to work us in. See, this is what's going on the other side of that room as G-Mac is being bumped by this guy because he wanted a local artist. But he's salty because every time one of their artists go and perform, the crowd is like, And then one of our artists go up and perform, and the fucking room goes on fire. They go nuts. So they get mad at us. They hating on us. They get mad at us.
Well, y'all knew.
Because we knew we from out of town, and we killing the show. Our music sounds great. Our fucking rappers are killing it. Our singers are killing it. The dancers that we brought, they did a whole set by themselves. I mean, it's crazy. They're like, who the fuck are these people? This was supposed to be our night. I don't know what agreement they have with the club, but the club owner's talking to me like, y'all want to be here Saturday? And so they hearing this shit like, this nigga finna bring these cats here, and it's supposed to be our spot.
And now
so they decide they want to pick a fight. Gerald, being who he was and attending, because again, this guy's an introvert. He's not an out loud type of dude. He's one that stands in the corner and watch the whole room. So he's seeing everything play out. I'm not even seeing what's going on with G-Mac. I'm talking to the club. I'm trying to finesse us to a second night that we can get the door on and make some money for what we spent coming up here. Gerald see the whole thing going down. I turn around just in time to see G-Mac, all 5 foot something of him, dangling
he's
in the
not
air,
a big dude at all.
But dangling in the air like a baby, like people pick up their kids. Gerald grabbed him because he had the forethought to say, if we get into a fight,
it's not gonna happen.
We're not gonna get to perform here. 2, we still got artists waiting. We can't kill a set. And 3, we in their town. It's more guns here than it's us.
Oh yeah.
It's more guns in here than we got people.
Like,
so we can't.
How come I got the asshole of the stick that night?
We can't do this. And Gerald grabbed him. Once again, he probably saved our lives. Now, once we got out to our car, it was gonna be another story.
Right.
What happened?
Well, we went out to the car and Joey went in the back and somebody heard clack clack across the parking lot. It was with the scatter in there.
Right.
No shots were fired, but when you hear that noise, when you hear that thing slide,
It's time to
George
get
is
on
not
down.
mind making some noise either though.
oh no, Joey, we had Joey and K3 with us. Both of them motherfuckers.
Hey,
They
neither one of them
Southside
motherfuckers
legends. They got no
goddamn it
problem
don't
making
need
some
no.
noise.
They don't first
So
of all, they don't even supposed to be together and spend it together.
they ain't supposed to be in each other's vicinity. Like
No,
legally, they
not
can't hang out together in their rap group.
in there.
But yeah, them motherfuckers, man, when we got back to the car, because they was talking big shit, and the club owner was like, man, y'all need to go and go. But when it was over with, because they was gonna hang out in the parking lot, Joe was like, all I need to do is get to the car. And I'm like, man, I got a spare tire thing, and we in a Jeep. At the time, we had a Jeep Commander. In the back part of it, you unscrew these things behind the seat and you lift it up, and that's where the jack and all this stuff is stored. Well, my jack and all that shit ain't there. Because these niggas done took my jack out and replaced it with another hammer and some more shit and locked it down. They go back there. I'm thinking, I ain't got a flat tire. Why you back there? This motherfucker came out my trunk. That parking lot said, wow. Motherfuckers didn't want to fight. Niggas didn't want to talk. They didn't want to do none of that. They was like, well, I don't know what he just cocked back there, but we finna leave. The whole time,
I don't
Gerald
want to
kept
see
everything
it.
together. He kept everything together. But I'm just saying, a lot of cats that was bitches, that was pussies, would have turned and ran when the drama started. My man didn't run. He basically he cooled the whole situation down enough for us to get somewhere where we could defend ourselves. Again, he probably saved my life on too many occasions just like that when we was in the city. I got a 1,000,001 stories I can share with y'all, but we ain't got that kind of time. Rest in peace to my brother Gerald Smith.
Rest in peace, G. Smith.
Yep.
He's
He's
always
also
good man too.
GEE216 on Twitter, Facebook. That's my brother. We're gonna miss you, dog, forever. We won't
Blessings
forget
to
you,
him
though,
and his family.
for sure.
Blessings.
All right, y'all. Random statements and let's get out of here. Make them quick. We run up on a 2-hour show. Y'all got me emotional.
I'll go first. I'll go first today. Don't talk love, show love.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk love, show love. He's been showing love to Jen all show.
Yep, for sure. Don't talk love, show love. What you got, Jen?
Spread love everywhere you go.
Spread love everywhere you go.
Rest in
That's right.
peace, G.
Rest in peace. Hell yeah. Yes. And keep them with that loyalty. Loyalty is best shown. Don't talk about it, show it. You can't tell me how loyal you are. You can only show me how loyal you are.
Right.
Right. And me, man, I don't know. I've been drinking.
Oh God. Gee.
He can kill a whole nice
Yeah.
movie.
No.
He's that uncle at the funeral at the gravesite that opens a can of beer. Come on, man.
I am actually.
I was out here. Y'all couldn't have done this in the fall.
Come on, G.
Since we saying love one another. Everyone love.
All right, y'all.
Thank y'all for coming through.
Sorry I was late.
Eric.
I was playing
Thanks
the
all
funeral.
the folks on Facebook. Follow folks on Twitter. All the folks on Instagram. Thank y'all.
Peace, motherfuckers.
Until we see y'all Monday. Have a very hood day, everybody.
Have a hood day.
Have a hood day.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast. HoodTech presents the HoodCast.